I just solved what the Will of D means. Now, I literally just thought of this over the last like 2 hours. I woke up, I took a shower, and I was like, what am I gonna record today? And I just started thinking and thinking, and it just kept leading up, ramping up to where I'm at right now. And this sounds pretty reasonable. Now, when we think of the Will of D members, we just think of, oh, they're important characters in the story because they have the D initial, but it goes a lot deeper than that. Like, let's look at every Will of D member. Let's just list them off. Luffy, Dragon, Garp. You have Ace, you have Roger, you have Law, you have Blackbeard, you got Rox, you got Rouge, and you got Jaguar, D-Saw. The Celestial Dragons think they're gods, right? And there are religions in the real world that have deities and gods that go along with them.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump.
And it's not just as simple as, oh, they relate to certain religion or this religion or that religion. But I think I also cracked something even deeper. If you look at the Will of D members, there are 10 of them.
This guy is a fucking genius, eh?
There are also 10 commandments.
This guy is a fucking genius, eh?
And if you look at each commandment and what it says, it could relate to a certain character. What I found, it goes deep. Oda plays along with the wordplay in the story. If you've ever seen O'Hara's theory video, it's nothing just as simple as, oh, this represents something because of a certain word. It goes deep. It goes into numbers and wordplay and how it translates over in Japanese and how it translates to another word. It goes deep like that. There's layers. Look, I'm gonna say the commandment and I'm gonna name a character. Number 1 of the 10 commandments: thou shalt not have any other gods before me. If you look at the list of characters that we have, the one that fits best there is Dragon. He doesn't idolize any gods or anything. He just knows that there's gods at the top running the world that is making the world shit. So what is his job? To overthrow them so that there could be a new world order. He doesn't idolize anyone or anything. To him, the only gods that there are is the Celestial Dragons, and his main goal on this earth is to overthrow them. Okay. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Basically, you can't idolize anyone. Luffy idolizes someone. Luffy wants to be king of the pirates just like Roger. He idolizes someone. He doesn't idolize the Celestial Dragons. He hates them. Look at what he did to the Celestial Dragon on Sabaody. Okay, hey. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. That's Garp. Garp doesn't like the Celestial Dragons. He works for the Marines because he needed a job. You know, you need money. He wants to be a law-abiding citizen, but he doesn't like the Celestial Dragons. What was the main reason why Garp didn't become an Admiral in the first place? He didn't want to be under the thumb of the Celestial Dragons. I'm saying it makes sense, and when you keep going, it makes sense. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. This one is the one that made me connect all the dots. This one is Roger. Why? The day of Roger's execution, you can hear church bells behind him. Symbolizing this is the start of a new era where the world government and the Celestial Dragons run everything with no one to oppose them. But little did they know, the day of this execution, instead of this being a holy day, it just got flipped on its head and Roger started the great era of piracy. What they thought was gonna be the end of piracy ended up being the day that piracy started.
今より24年前、世界はちょうど海賊王ゴールド・ロジャーの処刑に沸き。
It was supposed to be etched in history that this was gonna be the day that the Celestial Dragons became literally gods, and no one was gonna oppose them, and Roger just fucked it all up. Number 5, honor thy mother and thy father. Literally Ace. Ace got rid of the Goldie name and put Porcus on the end of it because he hated Roger. He hated Roger abandoning him, abandoning his mom. He hated everything about Roger. He didn't want anything to do with him. So he doesn't honor his dad. He only honors his mom. Number 6, you shall not murder. Blackbeard. How did Blackbeard get his devil fruit powers? He had to murder Thatch in order to get the dark fruit. He also had to murder Whitebeard to get the Quake fruit. It keeps going. Like, when you think that you can't connect something, it keeps going. And oh my God, that's why I love this theory. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. That's Rouge. Okay, I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but to think that the only man that was ever in her life before she passed was Roger, I'm not saying she committed infidelity or any of that. She did no cheating, but she did have a kid with a man that abandoned her. It's the one that fits the most for Rouge, in my opinion. You shall not steal is number 8. I put Rocks. We don't know anything about Rocks or any of that shit. We know he wanted to be king of the world, and we know he had a super overpowered crew. But he was also at the God Valley incident, and recently we've learned about the God Valley incident that there were slaves, and there was like a cruel ass game being played there. And he was there. I don't know why he was there, but it could be that he wanted to steal slaves to set them free from the Celestial Dragons, or he wanted to steal something from them, money. I don't know. That one is kind of an iffy. Number 9, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. That's Saul. Basically, it's saying you shouldn't tell any lies. Saul lied to Robin when he got to the island, telling her, well, not telling her that he was a Marine, which ultimately led the Marines to come there, finding out that O'Hara was finding out the secrets of the world and blowing the fuck out of the island. Like, it's that simple. And number 10, you shall not covet. That one is law. I mean, look at his devil fruit. His devil fruit has the ability to move shit around from other people and put other limbs on other people and like mix up souls and shit. So it could be that. Now, the part that you've all been waiting for. I think I figured out what the actual letter D means in their name too. Now, of course, there is the death, devil, destiny, all that sort of shit. But I don't think the Will of D has one certain meaning. I think it has different meanings depending on the destiny of that person. Okay? So you could have Rouge could be desolate because she was left alone. You have dishonesty. You have disrespectful, disgraceful, death. Death could be Blackbeard's. Disrespectful could be Ace. Destiny could be Luffy's. It could be... The Will of D could mean anything depending on your destiny. Any word with the letter D could mean the Will of D. There's not a certain meaning to it because it just doesn't make sense. All these characters that have the Will of D, there's not one certain thing in their life that is like paralleled over. There's not one certain common trait that just follows a line. They have all gone through different shit. They have all different destinies. Okay, some have the same destiny that they die, but they don't all die in the same way. Jaguar Salt was frozen over compared to Ace getting a fist put in him. Pause. Oh shit. Roger got executed on a grand level with church bells in the background. Look, they can't just mean one thing because these characters don't have one common thing, don't have one thing in common that goes through all of them. Because not all of them are dead, not all of them are alive. Not all of them have scars, not all of them, they don't have the same situation. So it can't just be as simple as it's one word. It has to be multiple different meanings with the letter D. I hope y'all enjoy the video. If you want, comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on the theory. Let me know. The members of the Will of D are the 10 Commandments. There's layers to this shit. And as much as I love this theory, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know what letters D that you think that their names could be according to the 10 Commandments. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Eat hard, train hard, sleep plenty. That is the Turtle Hermit way. I'll catch you on the next one. Also, before I leave, I want to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. I really appreciate you. First video to get over 1,000 views. Thank y'all for helping me make this work. I really needed that boost. I really do love y'all. Have a good one.